So the Middle East is in a very dangerous situation. This is Iran's second attack since April, with hundreds of ballistic missiles targeting Israel. Israel really did not respond in April under pressure from the United States. This time, the United States is not going to restrain Israel so much. And the question is Iran maybe not as strong as people think? They obviously still have many more ballistic missiles, but the Israeli and American and other allies' anti-missile system has again been effective. We don't know what Iran is going to do next, but I think what the message has to be here is that if Iran is willing to have sent hundreds of ballistic missiles at civilian areas throughout Israel, Israel for sure now cannot take the chance that they will become a nuclear weapons power. And the question is, will the United States help them take Iran out and make major consequences? And for Iraq may be choosing the wrong side here, being so aligned and influenced by Iran. So I think this is a decision for the Iraqi government, which has allowed Iranian militias to get into the Iraqi government. And I think they need to reevaluate that Iran may be more of a paper tiger now that Israel has destroyed a good part of Hezbollah, its major proxy. And I would advise the Iraqi government not to get involved in this war. So diplomacy in the Middle East does not work unless there's at the very least a credible military threat. In this case, diplomacy is always going to be the thing that you want to come at the end, but I don't see the Islamic Republic of Iran or its proxies stepping back with just diplomacy. So I think there will be military action. We certainly know the military action that has gone on in Lebanon of its chief proxy, where Israel has destroyed half of their missile launchers and their system there. Iran has much more. And the question is, if Israel decides to strike Iran, will it strike its nuclear facilities? Will it strike its military facilities? Will it strike its economic facilities in places like Karg Island and in Bandar Abbas, where its container port is and where its fossil fuels come from? And if Iran is destabilized, then there's the possibility that the Iranian people will see an opportunity again, and perhaps the Iranian people can take over from this repressive regime that has certainly hurt Iraq very much. I think they will respond. They did not respond before. I think they're going to respond now. And the big difference is, I believe the United States is going to, and they've already said that they are on board with America, with Israel, creating significant consequences. The question is, will America participate or not? I'm not sure that they will. I think my country would like not to get involved, but I think it will step aside and let Israel do what it needs. The question is, how far will Israel go? How much will it strike? How much will Iran be able to give in with diplomacy? Will Iran truly end its nuclear program? I don't think so. And with all these ballistic missiles coming at Israel, with an anti-missile system that is good but not perfect, it only takes one nuclear-tipped missile to destroy all of Israel. So I don't think Israel or any nation would have a choice but to attack Iran and to sooner or later deal with their nuclear program. I think there's a big difference here. Hezbollah was attacked because it is a designated terrorist organization. It is not attacking Lebanon. It does not attack the Lebanese leader. It's attacking a terrorist organization. That's what Nasrallah was. I do not believe the Israelis will target somebody like the supreme leader, whether he deserves it or not, because he is actually the head of that state. So I do not believe there is a parallel there. However, Will Israel target people as part of its military, like my government did when Soleimani was killed? We're talking about Iranian nuclear scientists. Yeah, I think they will go after those people, but I don't think they will go after the political leadership. They will not go after the Iranian president. They will not go after the supreme leader. I think Israel is stronger. I think the Iranians know that also. That is why the Iranians have been using their proxy network, and they were hoping that Israel would never do what it is doing now, going on the offensive. Remember, the Iranians are more than happy to fight to the last drop of Arab blood. And I think the Iraqi people and the government should remember that. They're more than happy to say to the popular mobilization units in Iraq to attack Israel, and that the Iraqi people will suffer a consequence. Now, finally, the Iranians are going to suffer a consequence. And that's the only thing that they will understand. The United States is not going to get involved in this war to the level of what it did in Iraq or Afghanistan, but it will give Israel support. But neither party wants American boots on the ground. And the Israelis, for their whole 76-year history, have prided themselves never to ask anybody to fight on their behalf. They're more than willing to fight on their behalf. They just want diplomatic support, and they would like the arms to do it. Well, I'm a big believer that my government, as part of its policy, should be pro-Iranian. Pro-Iranian means to be with the Iranian people. And the Iranian people, if given the chance, would love to throw off the tyranny, the shackles of the Iranian government that abuses and imprisons them. And I think that should be American policy. The Iranians are a revolutionary ideology, a 12 Shiite ideology that is anti-American, the big Satan, and anti-Israel, the little Satan, and basically anti-West. They are not going to change. They may be pragmatic at sometimes, but they're not going to change their spots. The leopard will not change its spots. The best thing for the stability of the Middle East is for there to be Iranian regime change. And I believe that is actually the best thing for the Iraqi people to take charge of their government and not be under the influence of Iran. Iran's interests are Iran's interests. They use Iraq. And the sooner Iraq and the government, Soudani, gets that message, I think he needs to know he may be picking the wrong partner. You have to live with Iran next door, but they are not your friends. Yes. Their number one proxy, Hezbollah, is under the direct orders of the supreme leader. Israel wants to return its 80,000 citizens that have been evacuated since October 7th. We have to remember that Hezbollah did not need to join in that war. One day after October 7th, after the Hamas attack, they joined in. And so Hezbollah has been building an infrastructure in southern Lebanon, in the Bekaa Valley, and in Beirut for the last 18 years since the Second Lebanon War ended. And the UN Security Council Resolution 1701, which demanded that Hezbollah disarm and leave southern Lebanon, has never been enforced by the UN. And so Israel has been patient for 18 years, and the United States has been patient, and Israel is not going to be patient anymore. And so Israel will not stop in Lebanon. And this is an opportunity for the Lebanese people to get rid of Hezbollah